Okay. We actually can start now. I was kind of confused why when the music was still going when I stopped yesterday. I think it just takes a second for it to detect that you're done. Okay, so we got a couple more hearts. I think we have no reason to be in the Great Plateau now, so we got to go north. Oh, we wanted to head east as well. So there's that great ferry I gotta go back to. And I almost forgot. So we're gonna do that. Does the audio seem a little bit low? I don't know, maybe it's just me. I really shouldn't be using that shield. Or, no, that's a good one. Oh, you know what? We haven't come back here since, the very beginning, and one of these guys will wake up. I actually think more than one will. I think there's like a second one floating around somewhere. I don't remember this. Yeah, maybe not. Ooh. Chances of me getting to the dragon are pretty slim. It's almost like you just gotta be there at the exact right time or you're not getting it. He's going for the bridge. I'm not gonna get him, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It's time-wise. Yeah, we gotta get this raft. Maybe that'll do it.
つでも使えるよ。
I think he turned around. Can't even shoot high enough for that. This is somewhat hopeless, I think. I don't think this is gonna happen. Oh man, what a pain. Yeah, chances of me getting it now is like nothing. Doesn't seem to be leaving yet, though. It's flying up high, but not the portal isn't open, so I don't know where he's going. No, there it is. Oh, you know, I just realized I can use the sensor for shrines. I know that was the first thing they give you, but yeah, I could use that right about now. Oh well. Yep. Rock? Yeah. Seems every random rock has a purpose in this game. Anything you can actually interact with. They seem to do a really, really good job with that.
リーバルトルネードいつでも OK だ。
Oh man, after all that, I think we're gonna drown anyways. Yeah. Oh well. I don't even know where this puts you. Oh, here. Okay, well, something. Well, Link did it to himself. I only follow his instructions. Alright, now that we've gone through this giant fucking chase, guess we're gonna head east. Almost got it. I'm actually kind of surprised how much durability the Rusty Field has. Like, in combat, they just get dunked. Hey, Joe. Yeah, that's one of the more, like, just dense forests that they have. Actually, they have like a tropical looking one. What is this? Really? I'm gonna get above these fairies because I think it'll be easier to catch them if I do that. But I got two. So there's an area... Actually, this might be it, I'm not sure. There's an area that looks similar to this. That is like full-on, like, rainforest. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah. It's like durian and stuff. Also, oh, there's a lighting fixing itself, sort of. So there's durian and, what are they? Mighty bananas. There we go. I think they also have, like, palm fruit or something floating around, too. Not super sure. I'm gonna go check my microphone settings. I feel like they're low. I'm not sure if it's just the way the levels look in OBS, but I'm gonna give it a quick look anyways. I don't know, maybe I just psych myself out. But ever since I messed with my settings, now I'm like a little bit unsure. Is everything in the right spot? Is the microphone placed right? Non-robot style? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I'm running the climbing gear for the most part. There's no there's like a climbing pants, I think. No, climbing shirt and a climbing like headgear, like a cap, but there's no pants yet as part of that set. I think there will be. And when I do, it'll probably have a pretty big bonus. Like, much lower stamina cost, or I don't know. Something. Ooh, what is this? I think I can't use this though. I don't have any orbs. You've done well to find this spring. Offer Ferrex's scale received from the Golden Spirit to the Spring of Courage. I, Goddess Hylia, will guide you. What? Is this the Shrine of Courage? Or whatever Courage? This opens up, so hold on a sec. I have the scale. What role does a Master Sword play? I don't know. I haven't got it yet. To the Spring of Courage. I don't know if this is the Spring of Courage, but we'll try giving up a scale. Oh, well, there, good enough. I sort of just dropped it anywhere. well, this is the first time I've found a use for these things, and there's a shrine. Okay. You want any more? Your path has shown itself. Your path has shown itself. Now go forth. That's fine. I'll go with that. I wonder how many of these there are. Because I can get like way more scales. The only thing I know about the Master Sword in this game so far is that there's some. It says something like the power of the Master Sword has been restored or something every while or so. I've seen it on certain playthroughs. I never actually used it. I don't know what it does. Maybe there's some special property to it or something. But I just see that like text message, and I've like not seen it used. I've not seen it equipped. I've never seen anything attacked with it. I don't know what its stats are. But there's probably something. I can only imagine it does things like the other games have, where you're full health. You shoot sword beams, and then well, don't tell me. Jesus fuck, man. All right, well, I don't have any. Oh, I do have a space for this. That is a spoiler. Okay, Zach, don't ever say anything like that again, because that's like people need to get timed out territory / get banned territory. I hate having to like put every rhetorical and everything I'm curious about and say, but don't tell me. I mean, it should be expected. Like, I can't. People naturally want to help, and I'm voicing a concern or curiosity. But man, well, it better be an awesome peanut butter sandwich, Joe. Oh man, they used to sell at one grocery store, and they stopped doing it. They used to sell low sugar grape jelly, and nobody sells it anymore. And but it was really good if you were trying to cut your carbs, because it has like nothing in it. Like very little carbs, very little sugar, just noticeably sweet at best. What is this? I guess it's just part of the scenery. Ugh. You put cheese in your peanut butter... What's the story behind this? Cheese and peanut butter sandwich. I can understand cheese crackers full of peanut butter, so what's the cheese peanut butter sandwich story? I mean, I like weird things too. Just tried it once and liked it. Oh, it's fucking raining. I'm gonna go back. Actually, you know what? I could probably make this. No, I can't. Toast. Oh, let's see. In my head, it sounds grosser, and I'm afraid to try it. That's perfect. Okay. Maybe we should switch to a different shield. I think this is not one of those Korok challenges. If there happens to be like a giant boulder floating around, I'm gonna assume so. Oh, maybe I should pay some attention to where we are, too. I gotta go to the right. I could try to find a stable. So distractingly foggy, I can't tell. Maybe? Nope. To start playing it not too long ago, and you had the urge to climb every mountain you see. Yeah. And there tends to be something good. Like, if you just explore just a little bit, they make it totally worth your time. So you're never, like, your time, like, it's never wasted. Anything you care to do pays off in some way. That was something I really liked a lot. Just that, you know, they make it worth browsing around, and even revisiting places is worth it. And like many other games don't do that. The classic example is like Oblivion or Skyrim, where they just have a bunch of like mundane, non-interconnected things to do that have no real mechanical intrigue and don't really do anything special anyways. Oh yeah, like I'm starting to learn how to spot the placements where the Koroks are, but it's one of those things where like they just reward you for being curious, and it's so like pure and raw how they do it too, because they don't. It's not like some constructed bullshit you can always see. It's like, this looks kind of out of place. But it doesn't like stick out like a sore thumb, like this is the Korok activation point or whatever. It's just, suddenly you're at the appropriate, you're at a spot that makes sense. But it's not so arbitrary, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm trying to think of other games that do that. Like, I don't know, there are some that fit into the pacing of the game. Like, a good example of different pacing that fits for that game that wouldn't fit for this would be Dead Cells, where Dead Cells has these little rune things you can see on the ground, and they're always the same type of thing, they always look the same, and you're like, oh, I should pay attention to these things. And it wouldn't really work super well for this game, but a lot of games would. Where in Dead Cells, you need to be able to make a snap decision like, oh, I need to go stop and manage that. I need to stop combat or stop dashing through an area. And go grab one of those secrets. I haven't, Joe. I tend to not like runny eggs. But I know that sort of thing is like mega popular. Ooh, what are you doing up here? I missed the last one. Oh well. I got sort of over-focused on listening for that beep sound. You always prefer runny eggs? Eh. Oh. I mean, I know the majority by far is go for the runny egg. Just can't abide. I've had them, I've made them, and I just can't. Greasy egg mess. But I also understand, like, making, like, a bechamel sauce or whatever, you know? Like, I can certainly understand using that as the basis for something else. Probably won't have enough time to get this thing, but I'm gonna try. Usually what happens is that daylight breaks and then it's gone. I wanted to see if I could track it, but they don't let you do it. Oh well. I mean, at least I got it. Yeah, that's the most important thing. You did once choose eggs over facial hair? Shave your beard to make it easier. It's like a soup thing. Soup versus mustache. I don't look good without facial hair. At best, I look like a mad scientist. At worst, I look like a... I look like a fucking blob monster. I look like an extra from a movie where they need the extra ugly character to step in and make the heroes look better. Is that a chest? No. It's a Korok puzzle. Mustache is easier to clean? I find the mustache more obnoxious, though, to deal with. Really? How many? I just fought one of these things. I see this spot with the water here, and I want to bomb it. I want to dislodge this thing. There is definitely something here. I'm relatively confident. Just don't know if there's... Well, there's definitely probably a Korok here, right? Fuck though. This is a little too obvious for a Korok. Let's head over and oh, it has to be raining. Just the perfect time. Korok here? Yeah. Huh. I guess it's just supposed to lead dry a bit. Beard, you have to be careful. Yeah, that's true. Shit can get deeper into a beard. But I feel like it's easier to avoid stuff going into the beard than it is going into the mustache. That's the tricky thing for me. Still haven't figured out where the orb is for this thing. It's gotta be somewhere just, like, non-obvious. Not even worth the arrows for that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Honestly, the best thing to do with that is to get somewhere high up and then jump down and shoot it with like bullet time. Then you can max it out. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. And even then, you need to have a lot of arrows, and the arrows are almost more expensive than the rupees you get. So, nah, pretty garbo. You don't try to stop stuff getting into the mustache? Oh, for me, I just tend to try to, like, I'll eat things that you normally wouldn't bother with the knife and fork, you know. I have very strict spoon discipline, I don't know. Should be careful with everything. Guardian armor? Yeah, the Guardian stuff. Your mustache is pretty thin, yeah. I tend to be pretty even on growth on both sides. Not extremely full, but enough. Right, one last thing. Okay, so we should get some sort of special bonus when we equip all of these. Ancient proficiency. I guess it improves ancient equipment or something? I don't know what that does. Yeah, I don't know what ancient proficiency means. Maybe Guardians just can't touch you? I gotta say, the hair on that fairy is fucking ridiculous. It's amazing. Like, rocking the most ridiculous kind of pompadour. Yeah, it could be damaged. Maybe something like that. Man, I have no idea what is with this, There's gotta be something. Oh, I just realized I could hunt with this. If I could stop everything, I can probably stop fairies and everything else. You think Mountain Man Link would be the most comical? What do you mean? Like, wearing a, what do you mean? You know what would be funny? I know where there's another orb I can grab. Oh, okay, I see. I could definitely see Link being like, I could see him like geared up in like super messy stuff. Like, I've been out in the wilderness, and like with a mega crazy thick beard. And he's been in the wilderness for like so long that he doesn't know how to do anything civilized anymore. Man, there's supposed to be an orb around here, and I don't know where it is. I've been, shit, I should have taken a picture the one time I've ever seen one, and paid attention to it. Wonder if you can. Not doing DLC? No, not yet. I should, but there's more for me to do. Like, you can't anyways, I don't think. Apparently you need to get, like, very late in the game, and I'm not late enough yet. Oh. Bad ideas are us. Yeah, it has like a two-parter DLC, I guess, or I guess it is a season pass, and then it has like just like a $20 two separate significant content edition kind of DLC, and I don't know what they're all about, but there's something. Wait, is this the orb? No, I thought I misread the tip of that, not noticing what I was looking at. Oh, I want to see what he's drawing. He's drawing this, that's pretty rough. This has got to be some kid's, well, I mean, it's, to the best of my knowledge, it's equivalent to, like, Artorias of the Abyss level of edition. Well, I don't know. They make it sound like that. I want more than that. Should be a place where I can buy arrows too. This one. You'd recommend having all the shrines done before I do the first or second DLC. First one is hardest yet. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a bunch.
Ma. Hey. Ah.
I'm gonna have to guess that whatever this orb is, it's gonna be like hidden in town somewhere. I'm not really too curious about getting completion, but at least the puzzles are interesting. So, I mean, while there's still something to do that's mechanically satisfying, I'll do it. As much as the game is running like shit while I do this, I'm trying to find any objects that glow yellow, just so I can try to identify. Wherever this fucking orb is. I can't stop time on the animals I'm trying to hunt. That sucks. Hey, Rez. Kind of surprised I haven't done this one already. And there are like way more Yugi clan members than before. There's like I fought like 4 in the past short while. I have a dumb thought. Hey! That's way easier. So I've been looking around for a while now, trying to find wherever this power orb is I'm supposed to get. Haven't found it yet. But that'll unlock one of the shrines. There's like one right next to me. But I don't know where it is. I've even cut down the majority of the forest and not found it. What I thought is that I should probably see it from above. There's got to be some orange floating around, right? You would think. And I'm only assuming that it's probably somewhere in the forest itself. There's like nothing manipulable that I could see that I can hit, and that I can either move or collect or interact with in any way. I'm gonna assume that I'm blind, though. Maybe it's like built under the mountain and it's like something I got a bomb or something. It has to... You would think it would be somewhere, like, close but obscure. I'm actually kind of surprised this doesn't cut down in one shot. And they don't give you like a weapon or something to do this. So I don't know. What did I just hit? I killed the lizard. Nice. gonna go put another bomb in there just in case. I'm pretty confident I did this last time. But just in case there is... It does allow you to use a bomb for this, so I'm gonna go double check. It's not like clearly under the bridge or something. There's no objects. Yeah, I'm getting more and more confident that this is probably not it. Let me look back at the quest. Yeah, I don't even have a quest for this one. It just, it's glowing, and that's cool, but... The orb is literally nowhere to be found, and usually when they go so far away that they disappear or whatever... Hey, look, it's that monster dude. I'm gonna go grab him real quick. I've been looking for this guy. He sets up shop, and he buys and sells monster shit. Shit, did he just disappear? Come on, man. He leaves at 1. Oh, there's that loading. There's that loading shit. No, he's still... The Korok over there, too. Oh, man. Get the monster guy first. What does it say? Bang and bone. Only open at night. Ooh-yay. Ah, is this you? You startled me. My monster shop is now open for business. Seeing as you're a first-time customer here at Bang and Bone, our first order of business will be converting your monster parts to Mon. What's Mon? Mon is a currency I invented to destabilize the market and fight the establishment. Just kidding. There is no establishment in Hyrule. I just love monsters so much, and I turn them into money. Here's the deal. You bring me monster parts, I'll exchange them for Mon. I'm the only business in Hyrule that accepts Mon as payment. Pretty exclusive, huh? Anyway, you can spend your Mon on various types of monster gear that I've created based on my research. Ah, another thing. I'm always developing new monster gear, so remember to check back in between your adventures. So let's exchange the monster parts you have for Mon. Monster parts? Monster parts are the things that monsters drop when they expire. You know, horns, fangs, eyes. The color and size may differ a bit, but they're all monster parts. The more rare they are, the more Mon they're worth. So let's exchange the monster parts you have for Mon. Okay? Oh, thank you very much. So now, what will you exchange for Mon? Alright, how many? Let's do like many of these. Let's see, like 80. Yeah. That's a gross sounds for the currency sound. Alright. Those aren't worth shit. Funny how Hinox stuff's worth a lot, and no equipment requires it. Well, it's worth something, I guess. Keep the balloons. I never use them. I don't know how to use them. I haven't attached them to anything. I don't see a strong need to get. They don't sell for anything, anyways. They're not even worth like the time to navigate through the menus. Ah, choo-choo jelly finally have a purpose. Or you get anything out of them, I guess. Alright, what can you buy with this? Let's spend some on. I've done it! I've developed an unprecedented piece of monster gear. I can't believe I was able to pull this off. I'm actually a bit terrified of myself right now. Ahem. I present to you the ultimate in monster camouflage. I call it the Dark Series. Wear this, and you will become a monster yourself. I hope you like being hunted for your organs. Or you could just, you know, think of it as a costume. Oh, yes. And when night falls, you might be able to move a little bit faster. I'm not sure how it turned out that way, but I'm not complaining. Drop them on a movable object. What would I like to buy? I don't know yet. A mop. Spring-loaded hammer. A Bobokoblin mask. Moblin mask? Oh, these are kind of nice. Lionel mask. Ooh, Dark Link equipment. And it is mega expensive. Huh. That's so much money. Oh, you can buy monster extract. Kind of feel inclined to buy the dark stuff. Try to figure out a way to afford all this. Like, generally what they offer isn't super hot, but the dark equipment looks appealing. We gotta exchange for a shit ton. How much of these were? Oh, they're not even worth a lot. Hey, Jerp. God, I hate the noises this guy makes. Thanks. I didn't really feel like mathing that, so that kind of helps a lot. We're probably not gonna make... We're not gonna have enough for this. We might. Try not to sell everything, just because elixirs are nice. But then again, I mean, getting rid of shit that I'm never gonna spend anyways is probably not that bad of a deal. Alright, almost there. Alright, that should be enough. Wait, that doesn't... I needed more than that, it seems. What's a Malduga? It's, this, creature that you do a quest for in, oops. I want to do more than that. It's in Gerudo Desert. Wait, what was the special property of this? Night speed up. Is everything faster? Climbing isn't. Just like general movement speed is. Oh crap, I forgot, I jumped off the mountain before I realized. Somewhere right over here is going to be another one of those Korok seeds. Here we go. What's over here that I haven't gotten? Poor though. Only afford so much. No, not those. Never mind. Alright, we're officially poor. So is there any reason why I would want to be over here? No? Man, I'm so lost on what to do with that shrine. It doesn't even seem like there's anything I can use as reference. What splendid carrots! It looks like someone's gone to great lengths to grow them. Bummer you can't just take them. Something in here. What is this? A random hidden apple. Yeah, I might have to give up the search for what to do with that. That shrine for now. Oh well. I think there's a... I don't know where there's a stable in the area. But I really should go get to one. Ah, what a bummer though. This doesn't seem to happen to be a, Where else have I seen an orb? Only in the shrine, and I can't take it out of the shrine. So I'm kind of stuck. Not even gonna bother with that one. Switch work. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna try to do something tricky slash maybe potentially clever. I just want to see what would happen if I made this work. I guess you can't sneak while you're holding stuff. But it works a lot better, a lot worse than I thought it would. Not really much I can do with that. Didn't I have one next door? I don't know. I can check. Man, there is some signal glitch. Ever since I moved my Switch, I had signal problems with the right Joy-Con, and I feel like I need to move it up and out of. I need to move it away from the rest of my equipment because I think the controller is just struggling. I think there's just too much EMI or something. Oh, yeah. Still waiting on the charge for that. What's the most convenient way to get back? It would be pretty crazy if she happened to have a power orb, and I've been meaning to talk to her anyways, because I think she can reallocate my hearts, or my spirit orbs, or whatever. I think. Or she knows somebody who can, or I don't know. Excuse me. So I cooked, I've got the windows open right now because I cooked like, I don't know, a good, couple packs of bacon earlier, and now my entire apartment once again smells like bacon. And it's gonna be really, really hard to sleep tonight if it's still like that thick of bacon smell in my apartment after the fact. That's the one good and bad thing about bacon. Tastes amazing. Your entire apartment for hours, entire day, couple days will smell like bacon. But if you're trying to sleep and you have even the smallest inkling of hunger, that's just gonna ruin you. There's that loading again. There's more loading. Oh my god, there actually was a fucking power warp the entire time. Now that you've seen some of the princess's memories, you must have started to remember certain things. Here, I will hand this over to you now, before I forget. Ah, champion's tunic. In ancient Hyrule, this garment could only be worn by one who had earned the respect of the royal family. Equipping it will reveal an enemy's life gauge. This is something of yours that I've been keeping safe, by request of the princess. This clothing was specially made for you when you became a champion. Please handle it with care. By the way, how are you faring thus far? I sense it. Their presence. Daruk, Urbosa, Rivali, Mipha. 100 years ago, I put my life on the line to fight alongside everyone. But I could not protect them. They died without fulfilling their destinies. I have lived all this time thinking they died in vain. This energy I feel from their presence. It seems they have not given up. I can also sense that they were all overjoyed to see you again. Now you all serve the same purpose. Now it is time to attack Calamity Ganon while he is weak. Hurry to the princess. Go now. No, not yet, not yet. I believe you will find Calamity Ganon in Hyrule Castle. I don't even have the sword yet. Even with the blessings of the Divine Beasts on your side, you must be careful. Calamity Ganon will be well protected. Be prepared for anything. Not yet. So can I magnet this thing? No. Oh, I had to pick it up. That Sheikah heirloom has been guarded by our tribe for generations. I must request that you not touch it. Even for an esteemed guest such as yourself, there are certain rules that must be respected. How about you let me have it anyways? Though Ganon's power is weak, I do not know how much longer the princess will be able to hold out. The princess, our Zelda, I leave her life in your hands. 10,000 years ago? Very well. Since you lost your memory, oh, glad you told— oh god, not again. I accidentally— a story. I don't have everything I need. I don't have the fucking sword yet. How about you tell me how to grab that priceless heirloom of yours? Ah, so close and yet so far with that power orb. I'm sure I have more than once and got nothing out of it. What's that ball? This priceless artifact here? Is that what you want to know about? This is a Sheikah heirloom that we have long protected. The hero, as chosen by the Sheikah heirloom, will be gifted the blessing of antiquity. With these words as our guide, we have watched over the sacred artifact since my grandmother's time, and even since her grandmother's time before that. I cannot say that I entirely know the meaning of those words, but now that I think about it, the hero, as chosen by the Sheikah, could it be? Please don't hesitate. Give me the damn ball. Fucking hell. Oh. You suck. The heirloom. Damn, I gotta go get that sword. As soon as it becomes reasonable to do so. You don't have these clothes. You're full of shit. I need to go, I gotta go north. I go find myself a stable. Now that the shrines aren't as easy to find, and I've explored the map a lot, things are slowing down a good bit. Like, this is, I think, the point in the game where fast travel would become really worth it. As much as I don't want to do it. But I'm not really finding much of substance right now. There's just not much here. Pretty sure I've already been there. Yeah, I have the shrine locator thing on, it just, it doesn't, not giving me much. Well, I couldn't find the second, the second minecart, otherwise I would have. Like, I literally just suck at finding it. Yeah, there are on Death Mountain, but then I have to go back there. And that's a whole ordeal on its own. I mean, most of the shrine quests that I have are over there, so... Probably will anyways. But I'm pretty confident I can get the flight stuff figured out pretty quick. I think there's a Hinox in there. Nope. I hear something off in the distance, though. Something's rumbling. It's not my stomach. Not as easy as it makes it look. Nah, it's. I know it's going to be a little bit different than he makes it look, but I would be very surprised if it's extremely difficult. Most of it's going to be keeping a steady hand for the motion controls and having some like proper finesse, which most people don't. So I can certainly understand that. I'm 100% confident that my biggest problem is going to be just finding the second minecart and nothing else. Because that's like full on like disability level. I cannot find shit. I can't navigate. I can't read a map to save my life. Yeah, well, I might end up doing the DLC at some point, but to the best of my knowledge, I think I need to beat Ganon in order to do the DLC anyways. Wow, that's a hell of a view. This is the first time I've seen this lighting in this game. Not really the best picture in the world. But... yeah, I don't think I've ever been in this section of the map before. That's why I'd never seen this lighting. Well, finally this thing activates. I think it's over there. Yep. That's pretty hidden. I think cave ones are going to be the big one. Anything cave, hidden by walls, anything that's not like out on top. Oh. Let's see. It didn't even occur to me this was one of the shrine quests. Interesting. I don't suppose I have any, like, well... always got this. Aha. Interesting. For completionist's sake, we're gonna burn this too. Hey, Swiss. This is a pretty easy one. For the most part. I haven't found the key, though. Oh, that's good. It's actually pretty strong. Somewhere in here has got to be a key. I like how Link is willing to just chill on the flames like that. Catch fire. Alright, so... where are we gonna find a key? It's not gonna be back here, I'm sure. Were you up somewhere? Someone's got like a really yappy dog out. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh. Huh. Funny how that works. By the way, I'm going to be stopping in about 40 minutes or so to have dinner. Probably resume afterwards. Although I will admit I'm a bit tired. I don't know if I'll continue with Zelda or I'll swap it up to something else. But I'm feeling a bit of a drag with how long it takes to get all the shrines. How like finding them isn't really especially quick. I wonder how far away it tells you when a shrine might be nearby. I wonder if you could just find it by traveling across the roads.
Oh.
I already know that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Master Sword, soon. I didn't even know there was such a thing as sword trials, so thanks for spoiling that. Oh, that porter? Hold on a sec. Let's else shit. I sell some of these elixirs I don't need anymore. Whoa, 260. What? Well, these things sell for a shit ton. Which is good, because I don't need them anymore.
Oh. Yay! Wow!
These ones are pretty garbo. What's the difference? Just that the time is that much different.
Oh.
Wait, I want to... Well... I don't need any more money than what I've got.
Wow! Yay!
This one has a... I think I've seen that one before.
Oi!
I'm gonna grab Rao, though. Rao's, so convenient.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm not sure how much further they're gonna let me go on horseback. I mean, there's the vague possibility that I can go the entire way because the Divine Beast isn't running anymore. I don't know. Oh. Thought I had that. A little bit late. Oh, let me equip the armor and everything. We're riding the horse, so it doesn't really matter. There are pretty big horses. Oh, I had that. Whoa. I totally had that. That is obnoxious, man. Now that we've got the armor, we've gotten the armor fully upgraded. So we've got the armor fully upgraded. I can start getting, like, ancient, other stuff, like ancient, weapons and stuff. I'm actually curious, because that stuff should be pretty convenient to afford. This is also answering that question of how far away do you detect it, and it's gotta be a decent ways. There it is. Whoa, okay. It is a decent ways away. That's good to know. That at least makes it a lot easier. You can kind of comb the map and it'll find it. Another fire puzzle. I know there's like the ability to, oh, it's so obnoxious. They have, you can't like shoot next to those or buy them, it just doesn't seem to be working. I don't think you can get through. Nah. Just lose the arrow. Oh, whoops. Okay, I didn't realize you could do that. That also works. Yeah, I guess they are a rope. I always thought that they were chains. It makes a lot more sense. Oh man, I'm having like massive like controller lag problems right now. I need to move the Switch somewhere else. It's the only way this is gonna get fixed. I'll move it by next stream. I think I'm full on bows. You know, I actually haven't been getting enough arrows to make having this many bows worth it. I can only imagine they expect like way more bow usage than I'm putting up. But like, there's this is actually there's no reason for me to even pick that one up. Funny how that works. Oh, we can do something with this, but I don't know what. Well, whatever. So the funny thing is that ever since I started doing the shield surfing thing and destroying so many shields, on top of even just doing, on top of even doing, like guardian parries and fucking them up, I kind of feel like I want to go find the shield surfers again and buy all their shields. I wonder if they have any decent ones. I'd imagine that they probably sell ones with good durability, like garbage shields that are, well, shields that are otherwise garbage but have good stability. Because as much as I want to be pessimistic with this sort of thing, like Nintendo is really good about making it worth your time to take a look. Like, I'm actually consistently surprised by how, like, unlike other developers, Nintendo is very adamant about like minimizing the wasted player effort and time. What are my thoughts on Death Stranding? So it's sort of like Kojima sort of has this. Oh my god, horse. I feel like to some degree there is some value in having some of the crazy reined in, and at least older Konami, not like modern Konami that's completely gone off the deep end. Where like modern Konami basically just wants money, and they want to focus on pachinko machines rather than like video game development. But I feel like there was some value to reining in the crazy. And now that that no longer exists, and instead Kojima is basically they gave him carte blanche to do whatever he wants. Now ooh, 2 rupees. Or rubies. I feel like Death Stranding is going to be one of those games that is going to be, like, something that a lot of, it's going to be very sort of strange and I don't know, like, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if it's going to be especially appreciable. You're watching this behind the chat? Well, I didn't answer it right away. But Death Stranding is going to be this weird thing that people are going to be excited about because it's some weird thing by Kojima, but I don't know. I can't visualize it immediately as being something good. I can instead see it as being something strange. Oh. Armor's gotta change. I think it might be so out there that nobody really knows what to make of it, and it ends up being this hipster thing, where, like, you either like it because you're sort of hipster, or you don't know what to make of it. I missed it already. Oh yeah, one way or another, it's going to be, like, good social media material, but is it going to be a good game? Is anybody going to get it? I don't know. I mean, are people going to buy it? Yes. Are people going to understand it? Are people going to understand it? I don't know. I feel it's going to be one of those, like... Oh, so here's what happens with a lot of games. And I kind of feel like there's a little bit of... Well, Psycho Mantis is probably a... is very likely property of Konami, unless something managed to get worked out. So, probably not. But, so what I'm saying basically is... what players for a game tend to find that they may not quite understand or be comfortable with is that, and this is why, like, you'll see, like, you know, the first game in the series before the game really breaks out and gets mainstream appeal. That's the game with compromise, with a lack of experience. The developer can't quite get what they want. And you'll find that you get this game that is completely different than what you would get if they had funding, if they had experience and know-how, if they had more time. Even if the developer's perspective changes. It's over there. I don't even know if I'm gonna make that. Probably not. Maybe? Oh. But I think Death Stranding is probably going to throw people for a loop, simply because it's not what people know when they think of Kojima. It's something different. Hoping it's kind of like Metal Gear, where you can sister a story. It's definitely going to be something you can poke around with and explore. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad, though. I just think it's going to be too weird and too out there for anybody to get. And like some of the diehard people who have decided they're going to love whatever they get, no matter what. Those people are going to love it because they've decided they're going to. But anybody who looks at it who doesn't have like a strong emotional attachment to, oh, this is more Kojima or whatever, and they're just like, what is this game all about? Do I think it's good? Let's give it a shot. Those people are going to look at it and have a reaction of like, wasn't one of the problems. Well, he was over the budget and the constraints that Konami wanted to put on it. I don't know if that means that Konami was pushing too hard because they no longer want to do like big budget, like AAA games, or if Kojima was above like a traditional AAA budget. So I don't know necessarily. I don't think it's that simple, Jerp. I just think Konami probably looked at it from a business perspective, and it's like they don't want to deal with having like the hassle of AAA development, because AAA is a crapshoot. AAA development is something where you put a lot of money into something that's a gamble, and you hope enough of your gambling will pay off. I mean, I know people don't want to. People aren't comfortable with that thought. People want to believe that you can just guarantee put out a game, and if it's by a certain developer or it follows a couple basic rules, it'll sell. But that's not really how things work. I don't think Konami is known for being cheap. I just know that they don't want to deal with all the effort and the hassle of AAA games, because it is a crapshoot, and they have a way more solid, way more reliable income source by doing pachinko machines and patchy slots. So from that perspective, I can understand it, even though everyone wants to be like, fuck Konami, this and that. It's like, they have a general right to say, like, I don't want to deal with this because it is usually not worth the effort or the time. Or it's a giant gamble and hassle. Like, there is value in recognizing that, even if most people won't. There's that key. Well, not necessarily. I don't think that's necessarily the case with Bethesda. I think there is a strong presence of people who will play it because it's Bethesda, and Bethesda provides, that type of experience. But there's also, like, or because they have a lot of fanboys or whatever who just buy anything. But there also is, as much as come here, there is a solid group of people who want a very shallow experience with a lot of things to do, but without a lot of substance. And that just has some general production values, even if the games are generally pretty, like, buggy and shit. The things that we would view as the deal-breaker detriments to the games, for other people, aren't on the radar, and all they want is, 1,500, this way? 1,500 quests and lots and lots of items and stuff. Or, whatever it happens to be. They want They want to check some boxes and have 40 hours of something to do. Ooh, that's scary. So, even if it's just 50 hours of light direction and some excuse to wander around a bit, or hundreds of hours, or whatever, people want that, and Bethesda gives it to them. And as much as people want to give fault to that, it's the same thing like Call of Duty. Like, people want to shoot at things. They want to shoot at slightly different things. They want to, like, a slight refresh and a slight reskin with every game. Although, to some degree, I think part of the reason why Call of Duty is popular is not because of any single game's audience. For Call of Duty, I think a lot of the reason why they can make basically the same game over and over again is that there's a different audience every game. They're appealing to, like, lowest common denominator for that generation, for that group, you know, whatever it is, like whoever's either in like middle school, high school, hasn't really bothered with games. This might be their first person shooter, and I want to go north. And it's like, yeah, this one's pretty well polished for the time. I'll give this one a shot. Like, they're appealing to that crowd. They're not appealing to people who is like, you know, I've been playing FPSs for 5, 10, 15 years now, or even just a couple. Like, they're bored of Call of Duty and they move on to something else. The developers, the people making Call of Duty, don't give a shit about that. They're only looking for, like, all right, well, regardless of who's churning out of our games, who doesn't care about our series anymore, who played one and they got their experience and they're done with it, there are a lot of people who are receptive to that, simply because they haven't had that experience before, and they have a current take to mess around with. The same reason why, like, Skyrim gets 50 million fucking editions. It's on toasters now. The same reason why games get ported. You know, why is there a Shadow of the Colossus remake? Why was there an HD remake before an HD remake, and now they're doing or what is it? HD remaster and then the full remake. You know, why does Okami have 4 different versions? Whether it's PS2, Nintendo Wii, PS3, and now PS4. You know, like, if it's the same game, especially if it's only up-resed, they're going to catch some people who are looking for nostalgia that looks slightly cleaner. But for the most part, they're going to get people who didn't bother with it. Like, so Bayonetta and well, this will go with Bayonetta 1, because Bayonetta 1 has the most iterations so far. Bayonetta was on the, what was it, fucking PlayStation 3 and Xbox, and then it went to the Wii U, and now they're doing it on the Switch. Pretty sure that's it, right? Oh, and the PC version as well. And, like, I wasn't going to bother with it, and then I was going to get the Wii U version because both are on that. And now they're releasing the third one, and they're doing it on the Switch. And now it's sort of like, all right, well, now I probably will have a clear enough backlog by the time number 3 comes out that I can go play all of them. And I'll just do it on the Switch, because then I can just buy all 3 at once. And I can get used to playing it on one system. And so I'm part of that demographic. I'm part of that's why it's worth doing it over and over again. But that's kind of like a long tangent. Basically, there's a lot of very valid reasons why these things keep selling, even if... What is this? Oh. There's a lot of valid reasons why people are buying these games and why they keep getting made, even if none of us care to play most of them. Who the heck? At this hour? I'm a traveler. Huh. I'll give it to you straight. Wise eyes don't play tricks. Actually, I've got to interrupt you real quick. You've got good eyes on you, little guy. Honest eyes. At my age, I've seen a lot of things. I can tell. You can tell you're no run-of-the-mill Hylian just by looking at you. So go ahead. Ask me anything you want. What is this place? As you can see, this is a mine. We sell the ore we pull from the ground. Our home, Goron City, profits from that. We used to mine by the summit, but with that lizard monster launching those magma bombs at everything, we just decided to make the most out of digging here. Here we go. I'm Boran of Goron City. I was once young and strong, and now I'm old and wrinkled. He's a wrinkled rock man. But worry not. There's still a lot of fight left in me. We're good. I hope he doesn't mind if I do some mining of my own. I like how they have just a couple of, like, flavor NPCs here and there that may not have anything special going for them, but they help flesh out the world a little bit. You know? I feel like games are doing that less and less. They have characters wandering around, but they may not be much substance. They just sleep on the ground. I'm not gonna bother them. Correct? Oh, lizard. Aw. What are the stats on this thing? I feel like they might have made it to where hammers and whatnot are better for mining, or for really like cracking open these ore veins than like other weapons, even with the same stats. Like I feel like they have like a very heavy weighting of like armor types or defense types or whatever they're calling it. Ooh. How's it going, buddy? Sure is hot around these parts, ain't it? Even at night, like you wouldn't believe. But those folks from Goron City, I'll tell you, sure are amazing, huh? Eating hot pot even in this heat. I'm on my way back from Goron City, but forgot to buy souvenirs. Wanted to capture some of those fireproof lizards that live here on Death Mountain. But those suckers are quick. Hey, you look pretty speedy. I bet you could catch a ton. If you bring me 10, I'll even give you some heat-resistant armor. I mean, I'll agree, but no, I'm not gonna do it. Just because that's effort. It's probably just gonna be another one of these helmets. It's probably why that one helmet was so expensive. You know, just for how many of them those lizards are around, I might just do it. See what we get. I'm vaguely curious. Maybe he'll could be like a fully upgraded one. Oh, I didn't realize you could pick up stuff while you're while you're picking up other stuff. Huh. 5, alright. You'd think that Link's hands would be full, but I guess not. Well, we're not gonna push it too much. We gotta move. We gotta go the other way. What's this? More known for the way they treat their employees. What, Konami? I don't know how Konami treats the rest of their... I don't know how they treat anybody besides Kojima, but I can certainly understand if he... Like, based on what I see with Death Stranding, like, I can certainly see that he probably has a lot of out there ideas that not a lot of people want to put up with, and you need to find the people who are willing to work with you. If you're going to just be totally out there. And if you're not, then you're somewhat beholden to at least compromising with the people you're working with. That's part of, like, having a business relationship, or any relationship. And I don't think anybody, any developer, any designer should have infinite entitlement to just demand whatever the fuck they want. Especially because, like, then you'll have just the issues of, like... And this is another thing people don't seem to get. Like, if you don't properly set the scope for your projects, then you'll just be developing forever, or, you know, you'll spend so much time polishing that you'll miss the boat, or you'll spend so much time polishing that you... And this is the thing that a lot of designers tend to do, creative types will do. They'll start over-analyzing their stuff. They'll have something that's actually really good, but they spend so much time looking at that they no longer see the value in what they've even created. If you notice how, like, a lot of artists will have issues recognizing their own work, you know, confidence issues, or even self-esteem, or any of that sort of stuff, it's because they're the ones staring at it so fucking much. But yeah, I can't speak to how Konami in particular treats their employees, but, like, that's an epidemic problem across, in terms of, like, treating your employees like shit. That's an epidemic problem across the entire game industry. That's not a Konami specific thing. I'm not saying that it's acceptable, but, like, Konami shouldn't get, like, exclusive heat. Typically, a lot of what happens is that there's a lot of, like, inexperience in management, and there's a lot of inexperience on the floor, you know, for whether it's designers, programmers, artists, whatever. With the game industry, like, the industry is way too young right now, and people don't know, like, what reasonable expectations are. Even, like, before I delve too far into that, I want to point out that even, like, games themselves, like, games as a medium, are, like, way too new. Let's look about that rock. They're way too new to, like, have a really great grasp of it right now. So there is some ability to kind of understand that, like, it's just going to be pretty fucked up until we get a grasp on this shit. But there are people in management, people who are owning game development studios, people who are doing publishing for game developers that don't understand the medium. There are people who don't know that they should be demanding something different for their pay, or for their hours, or for their benefits. And some of them are naive enough to think, well, I get to work in games, so I should just tolerate bullshit because I get a chance to work on video games, you know, like an entertainment medium. Or I get to work on something that I love, so I shouldn't demand like a reasonable scenario for myself. And that's allowed people to take advantage of that. And especially because managers don't know any better, and they're going to take whatever's beneficial from them, rather than something that is, like, long-term forward thinking. And I've worked for those type of people in the past. Like, I've worked for people who shouldn't be in the game industry because they don't know how to run these things. I need to start looking for mines, for mine parts. But anyways, so like Konami in particular is not like the exclusive source of like employee mistreatment or whatever. But I will say this though, it does seem to be the thing in Japan, and this is probably why it was such a long-term thing for such a well-renowned developer such as Kojima and his staff. Japan has this thing where, like, if you look at the concept of the salaryman, like, there's a lot of, like, get into a job and then just work yourself to death, and don't consider additional options, don't consider career changes, you're just locked in for life, and the situation can be awful, but you just deal with it. On the other hand, there also is basically the inability to be fired. You know, just as much as you're in that situation and you're just going to be there for, you know, pretty much the entirety of your time working. As long as you're vaguely decent at it at all, which in Japan, like, there's that sort of, like, cultural pressure to adhere, you're not really going to get kicked out. It's not like in the US where everyone's fighting for table scraps. It's just a different kind of fucked up, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying that they're acceptable. They're horrible scenarios, but, like, these are situations that have been put in place and not enough people are fighting against. And they're going to be there for a while until enough people are able to fight back. Especially when one of the things that tends to happen that happens in other workplaces as well, and sort of the source of complaints for other workplaces, is that for every one person who gets upset with a scenario and decides, fuck it, I'm not going to take it anymore, there's plenty of other people who are willing to step up and do it and do that job, either for less pay or in worse conditions, or both. And in the game industry, this happens a lot because people are like, I want to work in the game industry, and I don't give a shit if the environment sucks, or the pay sucks, or the hours suck. Because I'm working on video games, and that's the thing, right? And those people are as destructive. Those people are destructive to themselves, and those people are destructive to other people in the industry, because they're basically saying to people who are making, like, hiring decisions and who can create a better situation for others, they're saying, well, if anybody steps up and says they want a better scenario, right? If they want more pay or better benefits or different hours or whatever, more time for projects or whatever it is, they're basically saying there's no sense in trying to figure out a way to offer that or listening to people's demands. You just kick them out and put somebody else in place. And that's sort of the concern as well with people who work, who will perform work for lower income in other professions. It's like, if somebody is willing to do the work and suffer for it, and somebody is not willing to suffer for it, but they'd like to do the work at, you know, under a little bit more reasonable conditions, if you're an employer and you're mostly focused on improving your business performance, you know, having more income per investment, you're probably going to take the person, so long as they can do a reasonable job, you're probably going to take the cheaper one, who has less demands and who's less fussy. But I will go back and say, though, when it comes to these AAA games, whether it's stuff made by, whether it's Metal Gear, whether it's, I don't know, Call of Duty or Star Wars Battlefront or whatever, like, these games are so expensive that there is going to be a squeeze, and it is a huge fucking gamble. So, like, I can understand that perspective as well. But, oh. We have like 3 or 4 different like points being brought up at once. Hopefully, some of that was coherent. The work situation sucks. People are taking advantage of employees. Employees are creating scenarios that make it easy for themselves to be taken advantage of. AAA games are hard, and I can understand why Konami doesn't want to do them anymore. And in order to improve any of this stuff, there'll need to be a way bigger change than just any one problem being fixed. We need different people in management. We need different people, different perspectives and ideas coming from the floor, coming from from developers, people who are actually doing the work. And also, honestly, we need a different economic situation to support these giant, mega expensive, extremely inefficient development games. Oh, and regarding the efficiency of developing these larger games, I'm not saying that they're inefficient by fault, but it is extremely difficult and has diminishing returns the larger the game is that you're developing. Like, you can have more people on the staff, you can have more talented people on the staff, but the expense is going to grow disproportionately with the size of the game anyways. That's just the way bigger projects work. Is you have to have better infrastructure than you can reasonably have to manage that staff, to manage the assets, support the game, all that kind of stuff. And that stuff doesn't scale linearly. And that's why you see, like, oh, an indie developer, $50,000, working in their garage makes something pretty good. Because, yeah, you hit a certain tier of quality, or you have a certain scope of game, and it is exponentially cheaper to do it. You learn this a lot working on projects. It's one of those things where you'll see, like, if you've ever heard that the last 10% of a project takes 90% of the time and effort, that's a similar scope and a similar scale for increasing the size of a game and the production values. It's like the bigger and crazier you make it, the expense is just going to increase. I'm going to go back to that marker. Did any of that make sense? I know that was really long-winded. Oh, also, one more thing. Regarding the treatment of Kojima being made public, and that being a shock to people, like, that's not exclusive by any means. Oh, I gotta go way back here now. No, let's find a different quest. Like, developers get underpaid and treated like shit everywhere. It's not like guaranteed in every case it'll be that bad. The situation I'm in is pretty good. It's not the best it could possibly be, but like, it is way better than I've had by leaps and bounds. I actually work for people who respect my time and are agreeable people and all that kind of stuff. But that's you know, that's by no means the rule, and even with the company that I work for, they still got issues. I'm somewhat insulated from them, but They're there. But one of the things that you kind of see is that unless you have like a Rockstar auteur type of like you know the auteur movement. I'm not saying autistic. I'm saying auteur. Whenever you have some big personality that people get attached to, they decide to be the representative for them. That they're the golden child and it's got to be treated right. The second that person has some of the same issues that everybody else has, people freak the fuck out. They think it's something that's unique to them, and they think it's like some great injustice or whatever. But that's definitely not an exclusive. It's not. Everybody else's issues aren't as visible. Also, I think, as I said before, I think the auteur movement is stupid. I think pinning people down as the single visionary who's responsible for these enormous projects when there are so many more people contributing is really short-sighted and is destructive to the industry. There's definitely good creative talent, but that's not like the only thing. Like, that's not the only thing that produces like a good video game. It doesn't work like that. Same thing with not just Kojima. Like Miyazaki's another one. In fact, it seems like the more and more they give him funding, the less I like the games. The more and more that people put him on a pedestal, and the more and more that he gets solid publisher support, and it seems like the more resources they have to produce their games, it's like, man, I don't know. That's what I think is probably going to happen with Kojima as well. Like, I'm somewhat inclined to believe that Death Stranding is going to come out, and people are going to be like, what the fuck is this? Like, I think it's very possible that it's going to end up being one of those, like, overhyped trash things that people kind of look at going, well, I guess this is sort of unique, I guess. But they're going to either be wondering where the gameplay is, the story is going to be so fucking out there that nobody's going to be able to understand it, outside of the influence of, like, fucking drugs, or I don't know. It's going to be one of those things where it's not going to live up to the hype. It's just going to be this weird anomaly that just comes out. You know, assuming that what could also be happening, which I wouldn't put past everything I've seen of Kojima so far, is that it could just be one of those things where like all the material that's been shown, that's been put out to the public, has nothing to do with anything. There's that fucking mountain again. Yeah, so this thing is glowing. It says it's 1:20 a.m. It's exactly where I thought it was last time. There's no chance of getting into this thing. Ugh. I think I have this little bit of a... Oh, I know this shrine. Okay. This is the one I've been ignoring forever. We're going to get to it, and then I'm going to stop and hit the restroom. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to stop, hit the restroom, have dinner, and take a bit of a break, probably for like an hour, hour and a half. And then when I resume, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I might resume Zelda later, and then find something else. But yeah, I definitely could get Sam to take a bit of a break. So I still don't know what is up with that glow in the background. But this time of day and that moon is whatever is on Satori or Satomi Mountain. So all I have to do is recreate whatever that is. Satori. Recreate whatever that is, and then that'll be good. We'll get whatever it is, I don't know. Alright, we're at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. I will be back, at least by tomorrow. I'm most likely going to resume later tonight, but I'm not exactly sure what, so we'll see. Anyways, until then, thanks for watching, and have a good night.